Did you ever lay down to go to bed on the forest floor and the temperature starts to drop a little bit and you're all snuggled and cozy under your wool blanket, and then you roll and you shift, and next thing you know, boom, your toes pop out. The worst. What's up guys, Dan here, Coalcracker Bushcraft. So your toes sticking out the bottom of your blanket is absolutely horrible in cold weather, and even now, like spring, early summer, it does get cool at night and first thing in the morning, and being snuggled away in your wool blanket is a great feeling until your toes do stick out. So today I'm going to show you an alternative way to close in the end of your blanket. It's fun, it's simple, great trick, another tool for the toolbox. Okay, so I laid out my wool blanket lengthwise there and then widthwise here, and then I folded it in half, matching up the two sides. So now that my blanket's folded, we are going to begin sewing. I have just a simple needle with me, and then I took some paracord and I took the inside guts out of it. So that's what I'm going to use. It's going to contrast really nice here. You can use just about anything you would want. Now when I sew across this bottom, I can put just about any kind of stitch I would want. I'm going to use something we call a running stitch. The reason that I'm going to do that is because I can then take this out. I don't have to keep my wool blanket in this configuration by doing this. So very simple and easy stitch to cut out and pull out when you're done with this, and it'll make your life just a lot simpler rather than having to pick the entire stitch out. Okay, so we got that all set. Now I'm just going to run my stitch across the bottom of my blanket. Now at this point, the bottom of my blanket is stitched across. Now, by all means, you can sleep in this, but this trick on step 2 is really where it comes to life. So the bottom of my blanket's all sewn. Now the magic's gonna happen. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the closed end, okay, and I'm going to just make it into a triangle shape, which will make more sense in a second here. So I'm gonna open up my blanket, and then what you're gonna notice here is that sewn part created this triangle, okay? Now, what I found works best is to take another 1 or 2 pieces of cordage and sew these corners. So in this corner, again, if I'm pointing in this direction is the point, and then the length of the blanket goes up this way. So this corner I created, all I like to do is just put a few stitches right here towards the end, okay? Just to keep these in place. All right, so now at this point, we are finished. Now, why I like to put these little ties in the corner is because if you do rotate with this overnight, it keeps this foot box a little bit better in place. Otherwise, this will open up a little bit with you, and then you do have the chance that this just goes back somewhat to a normal blanket. Okay, so I do like to keep those little corners in there. And then right now, I stick my feet in. I could still wrap some layers up over the top of me. Be nice and comfy this way. I can roll, but the best part, my feet aren't coming out. Okay, so super easy, simple trick that you can use when you're at camp to keep yourself way more comfortable. All right, and there you go. That is how you're gonna keep your feet snuggled and warm all night in your wool blanket. An alternative way, right? Lots of different ways. I know in the past I showed you sewing around the rectangle, but I think this is a really cool and exciting way to do it. So give this one a shot, and I know you'll be happy with it. Thanks for watching this video. As always, click the subscribe and like button below. You can also check us out over at coalcrackerbushcraft.com. And until next video, stay in the woods.